the late Tony Benn MP, Politeness and Respect, Paul W. Fleming, the Equity General Secretary. What's the connection?
Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it, especially for his fair-minded friends.
Hello, Chuckabutties. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, Nigel.cecil, and especially a big thank you to those amongst you who are our regular viewers, our fair-minded and equitable friends, who get in touch via this email address to bring to the attention of Hilary and moi your comments, views, observations and questions, so we may respond and present them on your behalf. Not least because, well, you fear as you're involved in showbiz, group thinking, a sort of cancel culture that now pervades the biz. Indeed, last week, Freedom in the Arts published the results of their survey, and at your request, probably next week we'll be analysing what you've said and making observations and reflecting on that report. But now, of course, we're digressing, aren't we, Hilary? Because this video is going to be mentioning the late Tony Benn MP, who for 51 years was a Member of Parliament in the United Kingdom, representing Bristol South East, was it, Hilary? And also Chesterfield for 51 of those years. And, well, two words, two attributes you've brought to our attention: politeness and respect. Now, those two words come from Equity's safe space statement. Get my words around that one. My word, safe space is what is like one of those tongue twisters. But anyway, safe space statements, because in that safe space statement, Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety, entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom, well, they do this safe space statement at all their meetings. And it actually says that they hope at all times those involved will show each other politeness and respect. So why has that got something to do with this video? Well, many of you are members of Equity, but also social media tippy-tappy. Nowadays, politeness and respect on social media, it's all about, I'm a keyboard warrior, we'll have a go, which is why we've started putting a disclaimer in these videos, haven't we, Hilary? To say that Hilary and moi do our best. We endeavour to put forward information we've checked, but sometimes we may inadvertently misspeak or misshow. So we say, please get in touch and let us know, and we'll endeavour to correct it in the video notes as soon as possible. Politeness and respect, we've not done it deliberately. It's just one of those things. I mean, even the BBC with their Verify, they get it wrong. So surely to all of us on social media, as little, well, yes, you're more important than me. Yes, and I know that I'm more important than you. Yes, looking up, looking down, politeness and respect. We are doing our best. I'm digressing again, aren't I, Hilary? What's it to do with equity? Well, you see, Paul W. Fleming, and this is why we've had our disclaimer, because over the past few months there's been a ballot amongst all the Equity members to elect their General Secretary for the period of office from 2025 to 2030, and Paul was re-elected. Now, of course, some would say, Nigel, you weren't very fair in your video. We were trying not to support anyone, just put all the facts forward. But now some of you are saying, what's happened to politeness and respect? Because some on the tippy-tappy, Paul W. Fleming has their own social media. And when you look at one of the posts, we've had comments, because apparently they have misspoken, misshown, but clearly inadvertently, because what they've said many would think is the truth. So if you have a chance, have a look at Paul W. Fleming's social media, and you'll probably agree with us. They put a disclaimer saying it's in their personal capacity. Does that cover everything? But anyway, in this particular tweet, they've made comments about Keir Starmer. Dare we make a comment about Keir Starmer, Hilary? Well, we're going to do something about Kemi Badenoch in the not too distant future, responding to you. I'm digressing again, aren't I? But anyway, they've made a comment about Sir Keir Starmer. And in doing so, they've mentioned a quotation from Tony Benn. But the quotation is wrong. It's not a quotation from Tony Benn, though many think it is. It's actually from Neil Archison. Have we pronounced that right? But they were a Scottish journalist writing for the Independent newspaper, and that quote comes from an article they wrote in 1996. And some are now having a pop at Paul because, well, clearly they've inadvertently misspoken. So please, with all these things with showbiz, can we just stop having a pop at each other for inadvertent mistakes? Because it would be so nice if we could express our opinions without worrying whether we've dotted the I's and crossed the T's, because it's the substance of the comment that is the focus of things, not just a little mistake. So, like it or not, this is just a comment to say, why not with Equity's safe space speeches? Show everyone politeness and respect. Set aside groupthink in a way when it comes to encouraging everyone to take part. Because certainly I'm not going to have a pop, even though some of you suggested it, at Paul W. Fleming. It was just misspoke, misshown, and thousands of others think the same thing. The quote, have you put the quote on the screen, Hilary? But anyway, thousands of others seem to think that the quote originated with Tony Blair. I was going to say Tony Blair then. You see, I'm misspeaking. Tony Benn. Actually, I was fortunate enough years ago now to meet Tony Benn. We sat down with a friend of mine who was an MP. Yes, we were a most unexpected couple, really. And the one thing about Tony Benn, like other MPs, and we're in short supply of them now, what they said was what they genuinely thought. And aren't we lacking that? Politeness and respect, that what someone says, you may disagree with them, but it's what they actually think you know. They're telling the truth. So when someone's like that, at least you can have a discussion, as long as they're not so ideologically focused. They're not prepared to look and listen to other opinions. Oh, and by the way, yes, put this one on the screen. This is well worth noting, because after the Equity conference last weekend in Londonderry, the city of Derry in Northern Ireland, the Stage newspaper has done a very good coverage article of it. Indeed, Paul W. Fleming tweeted about it, and the Stage tweeted back thanking them. How about that for a symbiotic relationship? But do give it a look. I've spoken too much now, haven't I, Hilary? So to each and all of you, politeness and respect. Thank you for watching these videos, and do get in touch if there's anything you'd like us to reflect on your behalf. So until the next time, as we always say, good art, good work, and in showbiz, better keep your fingers crossed. Professional solidarity, comrades. Together. Bye for now. Politeness and respect. Using your best endeavours. We may have even got something inadvertently misspoken or misshown in this video. Politeness and respect. Please hit the subscribe button and join us again, because together every viewer helps. Thank you. If you're not already a member, join Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom.